Our actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, explosive music, set on the Isle of Scale. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of GTA Girl 478. So on to our briefing, and there isn't one, so we'll say that our targets today have been very naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them. All must be eliminated in accident explosions, 3 as the elite guard and 2 as a regular guard. And we also have one objective, and that is to not be recorded. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the keep. We're going to have the tranquilizer gun stored up in the morgue, and we'll be bringing with us the Seeker 1 in a briefcase, ever trusty lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to quickly retrieve our Seeker 1 there. I need to warn you in advance, there is a rather nasty bug in this map in a certain area which we will be getting to, and it does cause no end of problems. I actually spent over 2 hours trying to record this, and this is the best attempt I made. So we're going to duck into the Constance office bathroom window to overflow the sink and get behind the door. And when the Archean guard comes in to investigate, we can then render him unconscious. We're going to hide him in the crate provided. We're going to grab his gun and then retrieve our briefcase. Now the gun is going to probably come in very handy shortly. So we now need to make our way as quickly as we can out of the Constance Tower office. There is the butler. He is an enforcer, and if we're quick, he will have his back to us. If we're too slow, he will move away, and we will have to wait out for a conversation to play out. Either way, we made it straight past him, so we can make our way down the Constance Tower's stairs, lockpick our way into the storeroom here, and retrieve a propane cylinder. And then we're going to head off to our first target. And our first target is up in the Founders area at the top of the main building. So we're just going to exit the Constance Tower, cross the glass bridge, and make our way up to the next floor. And up here we're just going to take out the camera, and this is the danger zone, as I'm going to call it. There are 5 occupants in the room, 1 being our target, 2 being guards, 1 an enforcer, and 2 Archean architects, and they are the problem. 1 of them is broken, 1 of them is very broken, and this is where 90% of my runs ended over a course of over 2 hours. So we're just going to make our way straight through the room, throw our briefcase against the wall in the corner. That will get the attention of the guard. We're just going to move him out the way here a little bit. We're going to grab his gun as well, because that may very well come in handy as well. We're also going to retrieve the propane cylinder. And what we're going to do now is we are going to shoot the enforcer guard with our Seeker 1. He will get sick and he will wander off. And while he's doing that, we are going to place one of the guns that we've collected into the room somewhere where the 2 Archean members will see it. So we're just going to quickly place the propane cylinder behind our target, We're going to quickly drop the gun on the floor while the Archean members are looking that way. We ideally want the young lady to retrieve to go and get a guard to retrieve the gun. And then the most broken NPC in the room will not be affected. Unfortunately, the broken NPC in the room decided to leave the room to find the gun. There he is. If he goes, we need to get the kill done very quickly, as I did, because when he makes it down these stairs, these two Archean guards here, he will report the gun to them and they will both become enforcers and we won't be able to get past. Here is the other guard who was going off to be sick, but we've had to act rather quickly and we've interrupted his routine, and he is now going back to his usual position. So we do have to wait him out. As I said, this is a very troublesome area. It's full of bugs, glitches, people not behaving properly, and things going horribly wrong for no reason. But we managed to survive it, and all we're going to do now is make our way back across the glass bridge, down the Constance Tower to the ground floor, where we will find another propane cylinder which we will put in our briefcase. Down here we also have our tranquilizer gun, and from here on out everything else is pretty straightforward. So we're going to make our way out into the funeral area, and our next target will be the harpist, who is sitting right here all alone. So we're just going to retrieve our propane cylinder, place it somewhere nearby. We're going to retrieve our briefcase, hide behind the biggest rock that we can find, select our silenced pistol, and blow up the propane cylinder. So 2 targets now taken care of. We're on a roll. So from here on out we need to head to the warehouse. Just thinking I hadn't picked up my briefcase, but I have. So we're going to head for the warehouse, and we're going to cut through the gallery area just to avoid any potential enforcers, lock doors, and it is a slightly faster route. So we're just going to pass straight through the gallery, out the left hand side and into the helicopter or helipad area. We're going to duck into the warehouse window, as this place is sealed up tighter than Fort Knox and all of the doors are locked. We are then going to pass through to the rear of the room, lockpick our way through the little door here, and just behind it we find a propane cylinder. We're going to add that to our briefcase, and then we're going to exit the warehouse and we're going to head for the helicopter itself, where around the back by the tail section we will find another propane cylinder. There are plenty on this map. I believe last count I remember seeing 7. So with this second propane cylinder in hand, we now need to make our way the long way round to the Phoenix Effigy engine room or machine room. And just before we enter in there, we're going to drop our propane cylinder and our briefcase on the floor. We're going to select our tranquilizer gun, and we're going to casually walk into the machine room here, and there are 3 people currently present. The young lady there is talking to the guard, and when their conversation finishes the guard will leave. Our target is playing with his clipboard, and when he is joined by the young lady we can then put them both very quickly to sleep. We're going to put the young lady in the crate, and that will protect her from the blast. I have actually killed myself in this because there's no way you can really stand too far out of the way. So we're just going to move our target a little closer to the propane cylinder in the room, select our silenced pistol and shoot the propane cylinder, making sure we are as far back as we can be. So that's 3 targets now taken care of. So we're just going to retrieve our propane cylinder and our briefcase. We're going to make our way around to the crypt area, and we're just going to wait here for the 2 guards in this room to finish their conversation, which will also give all of the guards panicking in the machine room a chance to calm down. Once this conversation has played out and the patrolling guard moves off, we can then render them both unconscious very quickly, take one of their outfits, and retrieve once again our propane cylinder. And from here we can now head all the way down to the reception area and our final 2 targets. Now again, we have a broken NPC in this area. They're not normally broken, I think they just glitched out for this one particular run. So we are going to run all the way past the effigy, down the red carpeted area, into the reception area, and up onto the stage. There is one enforcer you can see there. As long as we can get up on the stage nice and quickly, he won't spot us. We're going to drop our first propane cylinder next to the pianist, and then retrieve our second cylinder from the briefcase, and we are going to throw this cylinder down by the violinist. I did start off by placing it and then thought, no, I don't want to take 2 shots at it, I want to take 1. Now here is our next broken NPC. Now he should come up, stand here for a few moments, and then give a little speech on the stage and leave. Unfortunately, because I've just thrown that propane cylinder, that seems to have broken him, and he will now no longer move. He will just stand there. It's becoming a more and more frequent problem with broken NPCs in the game. I'm having to navigate around many more of them than I ever used to. So I don't know what's going on. It must have been an IO update and they fixed the lighting on a map that no one ever really plays, and now half the NPCs are all broken. So once we have the propane cylinders in place, we're going to head up to the gatehouse area, and I'm just waiting for this Archean member to go back to his usual routine, and he never does. And at this point we get a body found, because we should have already have left by now. So we're just going to take a shot at the propane cylinder, eliminate our final 2 targets, which surprisingly didn't kill the Archean member. And then all we have to do is jump through the gatehouse window, out the other side of the room, and to the nearby exit. I should point out, I have actually managed to silent assassin this, although that was in one of my practice runs, and over 2 hours of recording I could not duplicate that run. So we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, although we did eventually get a body discovered. No one should have ever gone in that area. It is completely devoid of anyone. I'm assuming that is our mostly broken NPC up in the tower once again. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.